Happy Friday morning, everybody. About 10:30. Hell, I just slept in. I like it. I like it. You know what I'm doing here lately? I don't take pills. I've never taken any pills. I don't like pills. But the older I get, all my older friends, they say, Wallace, you need to take that magnesium. You need to take that magnesium. I said, all right. I've had the smartest doctors, the smartest people. You know, I go for my physicals. I make sure I'm in tip-top shape. I do my best. Well, they say that magnesium makes you sleep good. Well, I go to bed about 11:30 every night. Kim's on that damn phone just to lighten up the bedroom. I'm like, Kim, put that damn phone away. I get up, go to the bathroom about 3 in the morning. She's still on the phone. But here lately, I've been sleeping till about 9 o'clock. And I feel like $1 million. So respond right here. Tell me what you know about magnesium. All right, everybody. I see a storm of brewing. I see a storm of brewing. Didn't think I had anything to say today until I got on X. And it appears that we got some people that are becoming quite jealous of the IndyCar League. So I'll paint the picture here, and then you probably don't know anything about this, but I'll paint the picture, as they say on AM debate radio. Because see, if you're listening to radio, you can't see, right? You listening. So what's going on is Eric Shanks and all the boys over there at Fox Sports, Fox TV, they decided to cover the IndyCar League. And, they're going to cover the IndyCar League. But don't feel sorry for NASCAR, because NASCAR took all these TV people. You know, they got everything laid out, the contract-wise, right? And they told Fox, no, we're just going to let you cover this many races. So don't be feeling sorry for NASCAR or anybody else, or, in other words, there's more to the story, okay? NASCAR, they got all these streaming people, got a lot of companies, let's just not even say companies, a lot of avenues. How's that? There's a lot of avenues to watch NASCAR now. Well, they only gave the Fox TV people like 14 races. When I say only, that's still a lot. That's still a lot. There is like a total of 39 races. But 14 and 14 is 28. So it's not near half. So Fox, they needed to buy something more to put in the TV. It wasn't enough. So the bottom line is you're sitting over here with NASCAR, and NASCAR's loaded up. NASCAR's got a lot of money from all the TV people, billions of dollars. NASCAR's looking good. They're in tall cotton, right? Because they got all this TV coverage. Well, IndyCar's over here. Now, I understand that they're very wealthy people. I get it. I know Roger Penske, and I know the way that whole deal works. Okay? It's a little bit like a country club, even though I know you IndyCar guys are listening to me, and I'm not bashing you whatsoever. I'm painting the picture. Roger runs the whole damn thing, yet he runs his cars in the league. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. All right? That's kind of like Ferrari running Formula One and running in Formula One. But it's good because Roger's the man for the job. So with that being said, to me, this is the greatest thing that's happened in IndyCar in years. Have a major network put major emphasis. Okay, now, I'm not an idiot, okay? I know that that IndyCar is being covered on other networks in the past. Has been. I know that IndyCar has been covered, by other networks, but they haven't been promoted. And the big thing about IndyCar is, although you and I know who they are, their ratings are horrible. They're the worst ever. Now, you know that we did a Kenny conversation with Michael Andretti. So we know a little bit. We don't. I know you're the greatest. I get it. You know everything. You know everything. Except I talked to Michael Andretti about this, and he told me. So go to Kenny Conversation. And I've had a little conversation with Roger Penske. Yes, I have, about Milwaukee. So don't start. I know. See, I know a little more than you think I know. So the thing with Fox TV is promoting IndyCar like nobody's ever promoted them ever. Well, you know what's happening now, don't you? Some of the NASCAR people are getting jealous. All I can tell you is this. Last year, down there in Alabama, one of those IndyCar races got, I'm going to exaggerate a little bit, had like 38,000 people watching, and nobody knew where to get them. Now, I really like IndyCar racing. I went a week before the Indy 500. I admire those cars. I admire those drivers. That Joseph Newgarden, he's a badass out of Nashville, Tennessee. He's a driving son of a Santoni Ferrucci or whatever. I love that name. He drives for AJ Foyt. And don't mess with AJ. It's kind of like don't mess with Texas. So those IndyCar guys are badass. So my message to all my NASCAR friends is this. Calm down. It's all good. Bill Elliott said this to me one time. I'll never forget it. There's enough room for all of us, okay? There's enough room for all of us. So you're going to see Fox promoting IndyCar. And here's why. Because they've never been promoted. IndyCar has never been promoted. And it would be fantastic, this crossover. You got the Fox network covering NASCAR, and you got the Fox network covering, IndyCar. So it's a really good cross promotion. I call it cross promotion. IndyCar, they got the Indy 500, which is, to me, the Indianapolis 500 is the biggest race in America by far. You got the Indy 500, then you got the Daytona 500. That's the way it is. Now, I love NASCAR more than IndyCar. I love NASCAR more than IndyCar. But I grew up a little bit, and I was getting all the information, looking at this whole deal. So IndyCar's been that stepchild. Now, they got engineering and, they're wealthy and all that, but there's a lot of wealthy people in NASCAR too. But Roger and Chip Ganassi, they love their Indy cars. That's all there is to it. They like their Indy cars. So here's my final message to everybody in NASCAR and everybody in IndyCar. There's enough room for both of us, okay? IndyCar is like the stepchild. They've been stepped on as far as TV and promoting. I don't ever think I've seen a time where IndyCar has been promoted this much. And that's a good thing because we're racing, baby. So years ago, I went to buy a motorcycle and I said, should I buy a Harley or a Suzuki? And one of my buddies said, as long as you riding, brother. So as long as we racing. We're not going to start a civil war between IndyCar and NASCAR because that's foolish. IndyCar has been the stepchild all these years. They do have the biggest race, the Indianapolis 500. But the joke after the Indianapolis 500 is, do you all race these cars anywhere else? It's sad, but true. So here's IndyCar's opportunity. Congratulations to Roger Penske and the IndyCar Racing League, or IndyCar, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves. You know, it's like NASCAR's been NASCAR forever, but sometimes you remember I'm old. Would you have CART, IndyCar, all these names? So don't get mad at me. I'm congratulating you all. I think it's fantastic. All right, respond right here, everybody. Have a great weekend.